Welcome to Tweet of the Week. I am very excited today because we have two pioneers joining us who have been tweeting about our blended virtual program for elementary and middle school students. That will be the first of its kind beginning for our 21-22 school year. So thank you, Kate Krietz, principal at the elementary level, and Frank Vetter, principal at the middle school level, for coming on today to talk a little bit about this new journey that you are embarking on. And we know after the pandemic, one of the things we realized is our students respond to things in very different ways. And so for some families, having the choice of a virtual program meant a lot to them. And Kate, I know you've been talking to families and parents and students, and what have you heard in terms of this option out there for our students?
We've heard, Dr. Alban, that parents are really excited that we're giving them this option. It wasn't an option early on. They had to do it because of the pandemic. So now it's an opportunity for students and parents to really think about their learning style and what works best for them. And we need to recognize virtual learning is not for all students, but for those students that really thrived in this environment, we're really excited to continue that journey with them and see just how far they can come academically. And we're really excited about meeting the needs of children in a different way.
And I do think that choice is an important component in how we've established our blended virtual program. And again, that partnership with the parents and the families in making decisions about, is this going to work for my child? And for, as you said, many of our students, they thrived in that virtual option, and we knew that was something we wanted to continue for them. As you said, last year it kind of happened to us. You will have the benefit of working with teachers who loved it, enjoyed it. And Frank, I know you have talked about some of the strategies and methods you saw teachers using during virtual that I know you want to carry into our program going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, as teachers, we're always trying to find new ways to reach kids to deepen their learning. And one of the things that we know is that choice is really, really important. It's all part of this effort to kind of personalize learning for kids. And using technology affords us more opportunities to do that sometimes. And so we're going to take knowledge about mind-brain education, the science of learning, information about critical thinking, and also using the knowledge that we've learned in our Vanguard program, where we've really developed an understanding of blended virtual instruction, I think is going to be really important.
Absolutely. And one of the things I'm excited about is that we have created this new job description for a virtual teacher, because much like the students, I think for some of our teachers, once they started doing this, they became energized and they really thrived as well in delivering instruction in this way. And I know that both of you will be spending a lot of time this summer interviewing teachers and bringing them on board to support this new program. I think one of the things that, again, we heard a lot during the pandemic was, the social connections and feeling that, the kids still needed to have that connection to a community. You are going to be helping kids make connections to two communities. You want to talk a little bit about what that means, Kate?
Sure. We have already started making some connections back with the administrators in the homeschools from the children that will be coming to our program. We're excited about doing some drive-bys, and students will be coming and picking up resources and materials. We want to make sure that our children have the opportunity to go and participate in events back at their home schools. Maybe there's a literacy night or a math night for one of our learners, and we want to make sure that they know about that event back at their home school, and we have staff that'll be available to help and support that and really encourage that connection. We're hoping to do some lunch bunches with our guidance counselor and some, maybe some guest volunteers to come on to our morning announcements so we can see some folks from back at the home school in our environment as well. So really looking forward to continuing that partnership with my colleagues back at the elementary level at their home schools.
And Frank, how about at the middle school level? What's that going to look like?
Yeah, I mean, I think it begins with building connection and community with staff first. You know, teachers are going to be working from different locations across the county, and so, you know, we need to have a sense of community ourselves first. But that also means connecting them with peers in middle schools too, to enhance our planning and effectiveness with students. But with students, we definitely want to connect them with extracurricular activities, all kinds of great opportunities at the middle school level, like math counts and student government. All those opportunities are available for students in their home schools if they attend the virtual program.
And we made the choice this year, as we are again pioneering this, to keep that connection with the home school as we learn more about, you know, what sort of enrollment numbers are we going to have, and we're building this. And who knows, maybe someday, much like we have the virtual school at the high school level, we'll begin to see that at the elementary and middle level. But this year, keeping that connection with the home school, but still that virtual community. And so I want to thank you both for your choice to embark on this new journey, this pioneering effort for Frederick County Public Schools. I know that you will both bring a lot of years of experience, a lot of relationships that will be integral to the success of this. And I want to thank the families of our students who have decided to embark on this journey with us. I think we are going to see amazing things happening. So keep watching on Twitter, but also stay tuned for more information coming out as the blended virtual program launches for the 21-22 school year. Thank you so much for being here, and we look forward to seeing you next time on Tweet of the Week.